Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, it's an attempt, Peter, to put a solid bedrock in place and negotiate the game from there. If they can absorb what comes towards their box in the early stages, then the midfield can begin looking for more of the possession and can start thinking about a more probing influence on the contest. It all depends on keeping their goal intact, so they won't have to open up and indulge in taking risks at the other end.
And it's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. And they've got rid. Taken back almost at once. Applies the finish! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
João Neves certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
João Neves. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I've always been impressed with Lautaro Martinez, Peter. We all know how good a finisher he is, but he's proved himself to be a more than reasonable outlet. If needed, he can play with his back to goal and be one that brings everyone else into play, and he's a significant influence.
Mbappe! They've got to be quick to recover this. France do have a chance to counter here. Pedri. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Bellingham. He's going to be disappointed with that. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Aimed at the far side.
OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's a goal kick. Van der Ven promptly onto that, and that is that.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Martinez. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Messi. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Messi, and this is Messi. Can he finish? No, just not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter, certainly the way he's been playing.
And it's Porro. Pressure coming in from all directions. Mbappe scooting forward. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
João Neves, and claimed it back swiftly. Nuno Mendes. Mendes venturing down the left.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Plays the return pass. Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
João Neves. Over to the right flank. Haaland. And it's Tchouaméni. That's going wide left. Has to go back here. He's had a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
France have the chance to go the other way. Out towards the flank. Nuno Mendes with the cross. Gabriel tries to clear. Martinez. Here's Haaland. And this is Messi. Tries to play it through. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. Back on the way then.
Japan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Pedri. Pedri cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Now, can they get him away? Now it's Martinez. Chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here? Messi. Chance for a shot! And it's in! They've done it! Finally, they've broken through. That was a given. It always was.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
France have taken the lead.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Pedro Porro looking to hit the byline here. And that's the keeper's ball.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Mbappe being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And here's Mbappe. Threads one in. And this is Messi. Great chance! And he's stuck it away. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7.
So we have movement on both
5.
benches.
Le numéro 13.
Looking at a different game now.
Le numéro 9.
You've got to commend that,
Le
Peter.
numéro
It's the
14.
perfect response to
Le
falling
numéro
behind.
11.
Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch
numéro
and level the
17.
scores again.
Le numéro
This is
20.
cracking stuff.
Le numéro 22.
Japan could
Le numéro
counter-attack
10.
here.
Le numéro 12. Le numéro 32.
Japan perhaps
Attention,
wondering what the best
changement.
time is for their next substitution.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Japan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
João Neves. It's a pretty loose pass. This looks promising. Oh, it's come loose. Bruno Fernandes. Rabiot. And it's Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni running with the ball. And it's Rabiot. Martinez. Alexander-Arnold. 75 minutes played.
France clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
João Neves. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Alvarez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's picked his way through, and it's Alexander-Arnold. Nice control. Now there's a fine ball. That'll be a throw.
Changement.
Van de Ven. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Rabiot. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great work on the overlap. Lovely feet. Stood up well to him there.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Alvarez. He's a sharp little ball here. Drills one in. And that has been cleared. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, that's neat. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So, a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 6. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 21. Changement en
No
cours.
winner in 90, 30 more to come. Alexander-Arnold. Martinez, absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was...
Goes for a shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cleared away. And now the breakaway. Olise. For Perisic. Pacho. Alvarez. João Palhinha. Alvarez. And it's DiMarco. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And no surprise, that's a booking. Saliba. Alexander-Arnold ventures forward. No, he just refused to budge, and he's got his way.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's found a way through. Hangs in across. And that has been cleared. Van de Ven. Rabiot. Oh, this looks sharp. And it is half-time in extra time.
Je vous demande toute votre attention.
Well, no question, the will exists to try and win it, but limbs are tired, options are depleted, and time now is short. And we are already back underway. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. The referee's awarded a free kick. Saliba. And the pass is intercepted. Barcola makes a dash for it. Great ball if he can get there. And he's heaved it away. Grimaldo. Now Barcola. And it's Grimaldo. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And this is Rabiot. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And he's there to clear it. Alexander-Arnold has the space to scheme. DiMarco.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Grimaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Mbappe. That's it, there is no more. It is going to penalties. So we've done it, we've been there, we've gone the full 12 rounds.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a gruelling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
So we're all set, and we all know what is coming, and he duly obliges.
That's the example they will want to follow.
Grimaldo is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, I think the keeper did very well to stay upright until the very end.
Of course. Will that prove decisive?
A great position now, but still work to be done.
So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. That's a brilliant read.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
We're on to number 3 here. Oh, great save! That is a great save! Japan really cannot miss this. No way was he missing that.
Credit to him. You really need courage to do that in these circumstances as well.
France are putting real pressure on here if they put this away. Big character, big moment, big save. So the 4th man in line walking up to the spot. Just strokes it in, saw the keeper moving. And the drama continues. Alexander-Arnold with the last of the first 5 penalties. Denied! He's made the save!
Well, that's about as tame as they come, Peter. Couldn't have been any easier for the keeper.
Barcola is weighed down with pressure on his shoulders. Broad shoulders they have to be. Dispatched! Japan have come through in the most dramatic fashion, and the show goes on. The ultimate test of nerve and mettle. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, that is one way to stop him. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed.
Shoots! Oh, good finish! And here's Haaland. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Haaland. Haaland! That is a brilliant interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Bellingham. A lack of adventure up to now, just no breakthrough. Nuno Mendes.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Rabiot. Alexander-Arnold carries the ball down the right. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Showing good feet. There's the delivery. Haaland! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. Now that's a lovely exchange. And he's whipped it across. Mbappe looking for the run. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, he's found support out wide. Saliba can get it clear. Hakimi. Now João Neves. Nuno Mendes. Wriggles his way through. Mendes stood his ground strongly.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Thuram. Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Thuram. Half an hour played now. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That's been slipped through. He's being urged to... And a chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Punched away. France have the chance to go the other way. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Hakimi. Bellingham. And it's Rabiot. Now it's Haaland. Alexander-Arnold. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Can he get it? Shot a goal! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Terrific effort! Goal! France! And France are in front. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Well, the angle wasn't good, and neither was the keeper. He scored then when he had no right to.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Rabiot tries to pass it through. Alexander-Arnold. Probing pass. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Here comes the corner. So, third corner of the game. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Japan are looking to go forward now.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Alexander-Arnold in acres of space out wide. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And that interception was and that signals the end of the first period. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Japan currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Back on the way then.
Japan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Haaland. Well, that's a little loose. Oh, right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. So Japan have a free kick. And this an opportunity to pull level. Big chance!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Tries to play it through. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Swings it across. That's really well cleared.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
João Neves. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And this is Rabiot. Harmlessly behind.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
So their
4.
fourth corner of the
Le
game.
numéro 8. Le numéro 10. Le numéro 12. Le numéro 11. À leur place, le numéro 20. Le numéro 13. Messi. Le numéro 21. Le numéro 14. Le
Surely
numéro
now!
11. Changement en cours.
No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
And he's really put himself on the line here. They're up to 5 corners now. And that is out of play.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 5. À sa place, le numéro 7.
Opts to play it back. Traoré plays it in, and the shot! And yes, it's there! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real...
There's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Martinez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. And he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And Dijk deals with that comfortably. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And claimed it back swiftly. That's a little off target. Maignan gets it away. Nicely shaped ball. Mbappe currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Mbappe. Space for him to turn and look. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a lucky 7th corner. Good ball, good take. And now a sudden chance to counter. Played back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia! Into the last 5 minutes. Olise gets a foot in here. Hakimi. Ball is over the line. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters. who are ready now to perform. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kick-off. Well, 5 at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just 3 in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have them constantly push up, forcing opposition players back and giving your team a little more freedom.
Easier said than done.
That's right, but it does work very well, provided you have the right players to pull it off.
And he's there to belt it away. Well, he's done very well to take that back. And it's Neves. Haaland! Goal! Japan!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement.
Oh, good effort! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Alexander-Arnold goes short. Alexander-Arnold plays it in. Defending of the desperate variety. And here's Perisic. Perisic delivers. Impressive jump. And he hits the net. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Aimed beyond the defence. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. João Neves. João Neves. They want to be quick to recover this. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
France really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Saliba. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Takes a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Japan can try it again now. Corner number 2 then. Throw in. He is just caressing the ball. Elects to cross. Tries a shot! Goal! Japan! And they get themselves in front! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Japan leading now. And it's Perisic. Tchouaméni. Some really good ball movement. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bops him off it and wins back the ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, that has not gone well. Tchouaméni. Rabiot. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold ventures forward. Perisic. And that's gone loose. Perisic, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. It's a good run down the right. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's played in here. Messi, and smartly reclaimed. Tchouaméni. That's Rabiot. Over to the other side.
Well spotted.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. Kane. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Can he finish? Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. This then to draw level. And he scores! Back in business! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
France dragged themselves back again.
Well, this is to be a...
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been... He's having a pop! Mighty close.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
João Neves wins the duel this time. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 5.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Nuno
Mendes.
Nuno
Mendes. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Alexander-Arnold. That's an imaginative pass. Bellingham. Mbappe, and the counter is on. Oh, he's having a go! There was plenty of power on that. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Pass is just off target. Hakimi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Haaland. Mbappe being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Oh, good spread. Alexander-Arnold is herring after that one. Bellingham. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Haaland, and it's Neves. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And here's Alvarez. Great defending, strong and determined. That's good running with the ball. Nuno Mendes. Bellingham. Bellingham gets on his bike and on the move. Alvarez. Rabiot. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 18, le numéro 13, Messi, le numéro 10,
Barcola.
le numéro 12. À leur place,
And it's Rabiot.
le numéro 20, le numéro 22, le numéro 9, le numéro 32. Changement.
Rabiot. Out towards the flank. Hakimi. Oh, he's been flattened there.
Japan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Knocks it into space. And he's cut it out.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Barcola. Oh, it's a great ball here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, played right into his path. Can he finish? Goal, France! And the comeback is complete. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer.
And Martinez! Oh, it's come. Oh, what has happened here?
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Off it. Barcola. Looking to play him in. Now the delivery. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. He's a sharp little ball here. And that's a simple one for the keeper. So that's it. It is all over. Japan played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promising. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And the finish! Goal, France! And the game springs instantly to life.
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Japan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Chooses to go cross-field. Pedri. And it's Tchouaméni. Kane. This might spell danger. Tchouaméni, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. In with the challenge.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Alexander-Arnold, he has found the way through. Crosses it in, towering header! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Mbappe, and the counter is on. Mbappe getting forward. And it's Messi. He's going for goal! Off the post! And he's there to belt it away. Messi, looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Japan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He's a sharp little ball here. Messi. And Yamal. Yamal ventures forward. Now it's Haaland. Tchouaméni. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He'll try from distance! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Messi goes short. Opts to play it back. Chance! And now they can spring out of defence. Messi pinches it off him. Tchouaméni. France are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. 30 minutes gone. Now it's Haaland. Messi. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Mendes. Kane. Haaland. That has been cut short. Gabriel. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Haaland is onto this.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Alexander-Arnold. Saliba. Just 5 minutes left until the break. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thread and a chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And he's there to get it away. And it's Messi. Tchouaméni. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Japan go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and with big chance! Gabriel can clear it away. Alexander-Arnold. The referee's awarded a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Driven in. Oh, he's seen that early. He used a certain sixth sense. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tchouaméni. Pedri. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
This is a promising build-up. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's skewed away. Pedri. And it's Perisic. Over to the right flank. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Oh, that's a key interception. Rafael Leao.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And Messi! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 5.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Messi. Le numéro 9. Le numéro 12.
Now this could be a chance.
À leur place,
Di Marco.
le numéro 4.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Attention, changement.
Rabiot showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Kvaratskhelia.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Probably be looking to play it square from here.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pedro Porro is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Haaland, decent chance! And that's a tidy finish. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Japan restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's been flattened there. Goes down, but nothing given.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain...
Shot at goal! Oh, no, that could be a costly miss.
Rabiot has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Knocks it into space. Oh, good. Mbappe! Another one of football's and how moments. And here's Thuram. Oh, he's onto this. Well, they've got it again. And here's Mbappe. He's having a shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Upamecano wins the duel this time. Probing pass. It's been slipped through. Pedro Porro. That's been drilled in. Pau Kubasi gets it clear.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Changement en cours.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! France! And they've got their lead back. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
France have their lead.
It's so...
Oh, he's all alone. He's had a shot! Well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So is that the... He's having a pop! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Ball in towards the middle. Oh, sweet feet. And he's quick to get rid. Searching pass he's played there. No luck with that dink over the top. Carvajal. Tries to pass it through. Nice control. He is through here. And that will be it. Japan were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply... Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. France have clearly decided to play here with a 5-3-2 formation, Jim.
Well, if flexibility doesn't...
Pedri! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Pedri is offering a wry smile there.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And here's... Can he finish? Oh, split-second reaction.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, greatly! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but...
Chance! Deftly away. Chooses to go cross-field. Messi. It's a good spell of possession, this. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And that interception was most necessary. At Mbappe! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Punched away. Real chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that's a throw-in. And it's Messi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Messi makes a dash for it. Nicely weighted ball. He's found the way through. Here comes the cross. He's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Perisic. He's shifting through the gears here. And the cross comes in. Played out wide. Out of play for a throw. And that is headed for the middle.
That's good defensive concentration.
Now it's Haaland. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Messi. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nuno Mendes. Messi. And he's there to belt it away.
Japan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone.
It's Kane! And yes, it's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. That's a lovely, neat pass. Perisic. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Pedri. Looking for the run. And this is Messi.
Might want to be careful there.
And that is the end of the first half. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Changement en cours.
So let's get the ball rolling.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
There's the shot! And that was very necessary. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pass is just off target. Hakimi. Kvaratskhelia. And here's Haaland. Great ball, and he's in here. And the finish! And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 2 then. Mendes plays it short. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Shot a goal! And it's in! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Just 1 in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from...
Oh, good climb! That's put play to the danger. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Shoots! And they've got rid. Haaland. That has not gone well. Haaland currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Oh, well played, well played.
Japan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
France
13,
have their second
Messi.
corner now.
Le numéro 9, le numéro 5, le numéro 18, le numéro 11, le numéro 12. À leur place, le numéro 8, le numéro 10,
Mbappé!
le numéro 17,
And he
le
shoots!
numéro 20.
Now, who's going to be first to this?
Le numéro 14.
Japan have the
Attention,
chance to go the other way. Japan perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Kvaratskhelia does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Yamal charging forward, the ball at his feet. Chouameni, nicely shaped ball. Now it's Mbappé, and he's got the beating of his man. Oh, well played. Kept cool and dealt with it. Japan can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Alvarez, and it's Toro. Good play on the left-hand side here. Skims one in, and he was alert to it.
France clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Pedro Porro, played into space. That's beautifully weighted. Alvarez, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kadiolu. Japan, very much running into the last chance saloon.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Hakimi. Gabriel is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia!
De temps additionnel.
He's done very well to get to that.
Kvaratskhelia clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Olise, who's short. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. 2 minutes to be added on. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Japan were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded.
On demande aux bénévoles de venir se
Your final
présenter au
thoughts,
comité
Jim?
de
Well, it was
sécurité.
engaging, if not an edge-of-your-seat encounter, and importantly, it offered the right result.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.